It's May 14th, 2022. I was looking for one thing. I wound up in a Van Helsing. I didn't get to what I wanted with that. Instead, I got sideswiped and into something called a Valerian, which is apparently a planet that's, it is so human anatomy in this world, and how their whatever chemical weapons departments explaining their part. They're like, we have to defend this planet that we all built together, says the criminal in trying to protect a criminal organization. And then it went from that, they're like, and I really find it interesting. They named the movie Valerian after the sleepy root. The one that you give someone if they're having trouble sleeping and need to go to bed in a nice way without extra chemicals, because it's a root, an herb, botanical elixir, that kind of thing, not a synthetic chemical compound. So, for herbology, whatever. But I find interesting they made the Sleepy movie all about the world that came together and now must defend itself against the one, or whatever's different. Then it said from the creators of something called The Fifth Element. I never saw it. All these movies cost money, which again I can't do at the moment. And then it went to something called a Lucy. I'm like, now Lucy, what is that? Because I know they have this affiliation with some goat that eats humans, and I don't know, in their scaring the children horror movie things. So I'm like, alright, Lucy, right. So I go to there, and it's like it's one of my favorite body doubles. It's Scarlett Johansson. And if my world was right, and I wasn't actually the human whatever, they could have made the movies out of the theoretical possibility. I didn't actually have to go through the biological physique effect of whatever she's got going on. So, it says an unwilling drug mule. I'm like, wow, they're going to really turn that one as snug as a bug in a rug into something all wrong. This morning they were talking about how New Jersey used to be historically called Turkey, or New Turkey. I'm like, oh, if that. And then they were saying it's a drink. I'm like, right? And they're saying it was because of all the wild birds. I'm like, I'm sure it was. And so that got confusing. But this is what the trailer looks like. Interesting things for the company to put into this movie. One is the surrounding circumstances I got going on in Queens, where the resident evil is. Second, I'm standing here, and like the movie says that she was in one place, and then all of a sudden her stomach got cut open. Somebody surgically implanted something in her, and now she's got to go have it, and it's affecting her. It looks kind of like she's, again, I know the Mormon or the pop culture satire of like the church lady kind of a thing, and then the other side of that argument. And why am I always swept up in a tsunami in the center? I don't get this. Like, I don't want to talk about it. I just want to be fixed. I just want this to be fixed in mein Futter. It's Vier. I come from John Vier. This was known. I'm Vier. Then there's Xavier, Vier, and then it goes into savoir. Do you see? I mean, oh my goodness. So here we are, and somebody made a movie about what they did to me in New York City. I don't know who was involved. I don't know what was involved in order for them to even put this into, like, superhuman Illuminati type messaging. So this way there's some kind of, like, no, we're on it. We knew about, like, an MIB, like, in Thor and the Gods. So here, this is what it looks like. This is the trailer.
What happened? What did you do to my stomach?
Now, what's interesting is the way they made this movie, it looked like I was in if this is supposed to be anywhere related to my story, it looks like I was in some kind of a club. I wasn't. The night the sting happened, like the bee sting, the wasp, the whatever, that went right underneath my rib, and then I conked out. It did not look like that. It was sports theme bar, and I don't even think there's paraphernalia on the wall, but it was like just sitting at a table, and there was some beer there, and people were just drinking. There was no flashing crazy lights, because I don't think that the music went on until after a certain hour, so we could hear each other and actually speak without the annoying whatever entertainment part. Secondly, the night that the stomach thing happened, I was just an 18-year-old person. I went to the doors, through the doors of my employer of the morning, and I came through the doors of my home residence at night. That was it. There was no flashing lights and like crazy party lifestyle. Like, I'm near Manhattan, but that's not, I've been taken to a lounge in the city, but I go in like a sweater and a turtleneck and a pair of like farmer's jeans. Because if like who I belong to's in there, that's what I need to look like. So like, I'm not interested in going to like flashing lights and getting caught up in like somebody else's ideal New York.
What's going on? You merely slipped a little package into your lower tummy, and you're going to transport something very special to us.
No, no, no.
You speak English?
Yes, yes.
Take me to the hospital now.
Hospital.
Somebody put it back inside me. I need you to take it out. It's leaking.
It is estimated most human beings only use 10.
I should mention, I'm Rh negative. Romer 1976 puts a bag inside of me, and he's positive. That could kill me and whatever he put inside of me. They had to give me a special formula medication so as not to hurt me and any future Rh negative children. There's a problem in New York City. It's going unpronounced between the verbs and the nouns.
Percent of the brain's capacity. Imagine if we could access 100%. Interesting things begin to happen. Yes?
Professor Norman, my name.
And enter dragging me through world of hurt scenario that I never wanted to be in.
Lucy, I just read all your research on the human brain. It's a little rudimentary, but you're on the right track.
Thank you.
I have access to 28% of my cerebral capacity. I can feel every living thing.
Since when did you start writing Chinese?
Since an hour ago.
What happens when she...
That's me with, like, I don't know, French, Italian, Dutch, Hindu. I mean, like, it just depends on what I need and what sounds and what by glyph looks runically possible and druidically correct.
She's 100%.
I have no idea.
All this knowledge, you can unlock secrets that go beyond our universe. I'm not even sure that mankind is ready for it.
It's like all things that make me human are fading away.
Again, is that taking on more enemies in this energy crisis and whatever that's going on? I don't really see any real progress in my real life, but I see all of the expansive explanations and kind of sort of, but they might read that the wrong way. No, like the strict 9 that I need to read it correctly in Voir. Because there's something holding open a gaping wound and now playing with it, and it ain't me. Star 1978, Star 8378, Nicole, Cattaruzza. To Earth, Solar System, Milky Way, Universe, Galaxy is broken. It's Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361.